please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Veteran banker Uday Kotak says the turbulent times that Indian banking sector is facing is a culmination of years of kicking the can. Addressing the shareholders of Kotak Mahindra Bank in a letter titled Tries with Trust, Kotak has listed a series of reforms that he believes lie at the heart of restoring and sustaining trust in the banks. Ritu Singh is here with more on that message to investors. Ritu, what is Uday Kotak's prescription for the current mess?
Well, with asset quality pressures peaking, large frauds coming to light and governance being questioned at some of India's top banks, this is easily one of the worst phases that the Indian banking sector has seen. And addressing these very concerns in his letters to the shareholder, Uday Kotak has hailed the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code as the silver lining amidst this chaos, calling it a game changer for banks. Kotak has in fact listed out several challenges that the banking industry will have to tackle if it is to come out of this current crisis and restore faith in the system. Risk management, according to him, is the most understated but crucial banking function, and gaps in this were highlighted with the recent LOU fraud that was seen at Punjab National Bank. And he adds that it is not errors of omission, but rather it is the commission committed that is destroying banks. He goes on to say that it was naive of policymakers to think that diversified ownership is the way to good governance in banks. And more often than not, the problem he says lies with managers and directors who have no skin in the game. They are the ones that are taking decisions on lending and writing off thousands of crores. In fact, after Jamie Dimon and Warren Buffett, Uday Kotak has also called out the problems with short-termism, where he says that higher risks for banks, that they're taking to boost short-term profits is a recipe for disaster. So what does the future hold? According to Kotak, there are three major trends that will play out for the banking system. First is that there will be subdued growth in the public sector banks. Second, which will result in them losing out market share to private banks. Second is formalization of savings. And third is digital and Aadhaar combined, says Uday Kotak, will be a massive game changer.
Okay, Ritu, thanks for joining in with that. Meanwhile, infra company Punj Lloyd's shares tanked over 11% in trade after ICICI Bank dragged the company to NCLT. ICICI Bank has sought initiation of insolvency proceedings against Punj Lloyd. However, SBI, which leads the lenders consortium, has opposed that plea. Ashmit Kumar is here with those details. Ashmit, what is ICICI Bank's contention and why has SBI opposed this?
Well, as of right now, ICICI Bank essentially is claiming outstanding and defaulted dues of about 852 crores, including interest, and that appears to be the grievance. And in accordance with Section 7 of the IBC, ICICI Bank has taken the remedy of approaching the NCLT, seeking to drag Punj Lloyd into the insolvency process under the IBC code. Now, what's interesting is that the total default of Punj Lloyd stands at about 6,000 crore rupees. And even while that question remains as to whether or not ICICI Bank will get its dues, the larger question as far as the other lenders was raised today by way of SBI. SBI made its presence felt in the NCLT. It argued before the NCLT that it represents the outstanding dues of as much as 90% of the lenders, that as far as Punj Lloyd is concerned, they have little or no assets, and that any money, if recoverable, lies at the hands of the 28 ongoing projects, and hence insolvency and liquidating the company is not the answer. But continuing of operations and finding a resolution is what they're looking for. They also made a reference to the February 12th circular of the RBI, which allows for a 6-month window to find a resolution for restructuring the assets. So that's something that SBI has argued. What the NCLT has done as of right now is it hasn't passed on the interim orders. It has only agreed to hear ICICI Bank's application. It has issued a notice to the various stakeholders and will be taking up this application for further hearing in the month of July.
Okay, Ashmit, thanks for that. We'll have to wrap up this edition of After the Bell on that note. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Markets Today Talk Back will take the action forward on the other side of this short commercial break. Don't go anywhere.